Oh boy, let's see where this is going. The story of Job is a metaphor, an allegory. It probably didn't happen in actuality, although it is happening every day in our lives. But the story is not literal. And there actually is no God, and there is no Satan. The dialogue that we read about in Job between God and Satan is the interplay that takes place in what we could call the graphic interface of the mind. The mind is the theater stage where these different players or different consciousnesses put on their stage production. None of it is real. All of it is imagined, projected, and then it becomes reality to the mind that interprets it that way. But there is no actual God, there is no actual Satan. It's just that our mind filters it through a program assigning these different separate characters. But the same consciousness, the same original nothing, which we call God, but by the time we call it God, our mind has already assigned a character and its features to the word. But it's really nothing, and our mind makes it into something. And we are the movie projector. We are the movie projector as well as the projection wall where the image is cast. We are doing all of that with our mind. We are writing the script, we are writing the plot, and we're playing out the story with the characters. There is no God that sicks Satan on Job and watches how Job's life gets destroyed. There is no God and there is no Satan. Our mind creates both characters. And we become the director and the actor and the victim of the story that our mind directs. And as we are creating it in the conscious space of the mind, it projects outwardly and becomes the reality. And although it is experienced in a real sense, it was first created through the subconscious. See, that is the magic and the element that we do not understand about God and the Creator when we use those words. We're thinking of a man in the sky. We're thinking of an intelligence that is embodied in the sky. But the intelligence is not embodied until your mind gives it a body. And your mind is actually the creator that then projects the reality. Your mind, which operates on the same cosmic creative consciousness on a micro level, is creating every story, is creating every reality. And most of it is created in our unconscious state by our unconscious fears. Even this is written into the story of Job. He said at one point, he said, "The very things I have feared have now come upon me." Job is a story of psychology and the relation between the subconscious and the conscious mind, or God and the devil. It's not a literal story. It's trying to describe the invisibleness of consciousness and the graphic interface of our mind as the creative machine that then becomes the creator of the world around us. There is no God. There is no Satan. There is only intelligent consciousness, intelligent energy that takes on form because we give it form and identification. And then that means that God and the devil are playing on the same stage of your mind. I know it sounds complicated, and it's a more highly evolved way of perceiving psychologically, but that's really what it is. And with the example of my friend, of what has recently transpired, it's becoming clear to me that our mind is the entire stage play. For what happens. Yeah. If there is a God, it's this thing here. It's this thing here that gives everything identification and definition, and thereby creates the big picture and the reality. Does this make sense?